a pair of prominent psychologists who host a podcast called Shrinking Trump. Two men, one by the name of John Gartner and the other Harry Siegel, and they, of course, are both noted psychologists. I have quoted Gartner many, many times on this channel. But they came out this week and said, one, the very obvious, Trump is not doing well. Again, don't necessarily need a psychologist to tell you he's not doing well. I think we all get it, right? So we know, right? We know that there is something wrong with Donald Trump. We know he is getting worse almost by the day at this point. But here's the reason I even want to talk about this before you rush to the comments and say like, yeah, breaking news, water's wet. We know. We get it. That's a dumb comment. Please don't be that person. Like, just in general, that's just a dumb way to go through life. Shut the hell up and listen to what I have to say. Here it is. The reason I'm talking about this is because I'm not a mental health professional, yet I've sat here many times talking about his mental health based on what I see. Most of you, I assume, are also not mental health professionals. These folks are. And when the experts speak, we need to listen. When the experts tell us in their expert opinion what they see, that is exceptionally relevant. And that's why I'm talking about this. So again, you may think, well, yeah, we already know this, but the professionals, the people trained to recognize this stuff, their warnings carry a little bit more weight than what I say or what you think. So here's what they said. First, Gartner said, quote, "You're at the finals of the U.S. Open, a riveting performance. You're the center of attention. So how does Trump react? Oh, he's asleep again, just like he slept through most of the days of his criminal trial." Segal said, "Congestive heart failure is what typically causes swelling, largely swollen ankles. I think he's not doing well." Gartner said, "They're obviously hiding the more serious problem. He's probably getting some kind of IV fluids, with the bruising on the hands." And then Segal said, "When you see someone with half their face drooping like that, that's not just someone being tired. That's not a normal face. It's significant. And that's why I'm showing it, not just to make fun of him or to joke." And then, of course, the two said that Donald Trump appears, they're not diagnosing him, but they say he appears to be suffering from, quote, early dementia. Donald Trump's family members came out not that long ago, about 2 weeks ago, reminding everybody, we have a family history of dementia. Like, this is a thing that runs in the family. This dementia thing is also something I've pointed out. Granted, I'm not a member of the Trump family, don't know all of their history other than what's public. I'm not a mental health professional. I'm not a PhD, in psychology. These folks are. Those are the folks we should listen to. And all of the separate things they're pointing out there, and that was not just one snippet of a conversation, that was snippets from different conversations, just highlighting the different points. He can't stay awake. He appeared to suffer multiple mini strokes last week, not just at the 9/11 memorial. He's forgetting names. He's forgetting places. He's forgetting events. Didn't know about the Minnesota lawmaker, her husband and dog that were murdered this summer. Said, I've never heard of that. Never heard of that. Bullcrap. You've heard about it. You knew it. So either you're lying or whatever's going on in your brain is preventing you from accurately remembering that you knew it. Not remembering it, but remembering that you had heard about it. And yes, there is a difference between the two. Again, for anybody that has had to deal with somebody with dementia, it's not just them remembering events, in the details of it. It's them remembering that they even knew of the event. And I know that's a weird thing to say, but again, I've heard from people who also have family members with dementia, and, these are the kinds of things. And it's sad. It's horrible when it's your own family. It's dangerous when it's the president of the United States. When the experts speak, like Gardner and Segal, we should listen. They know what they're talking about. Sure, they have not examined Trump. They have not seen brain scans. They have not performed psychological tests on him. They're telling us what they think could be happening based on the visible symptoms, which honestly, that's even bigger. because you can detect things happening inside the brain sometimes before there's visible symptoms. Once you have the visible symptoms, you're pretty much headed to game over at that point. Thanks for watching, everyone. You know, we're inching closer and closer to 1 million subscribers, and we're aiming to hit that goal before the year closes. So if you aren't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thanks for joining us as we head towards this huge milestone.